Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's the Real Rant Reviewer. Yes, your best friend, your one and only, me and you, one-on-one, talking about. Actually, we're gonna rant. I'm sorry. It's a massive rant on Child's Play 2019, guys. Ugh, yeah. So let's fucking do this. Spoilers ahead. You know the deal. I freestyle my thoughts on this movie, and then we will go through the plot, and we'll wrap this fucking rant up as fast as possible, as fast as Chucky should get the fuck out of this movie and fucking leave cinema. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this. You see this picture on the screen? Look at him. Now look. Okay, here's my thoughts about it. They had a good thing going. Let me point out this example. Uh, Chucky in the scene was making a cat sound. He just got done killing a cat, see, and he was making the sound to Andy. And Andy's not too shabby guy. Give props to the kid. And Andy's sleeping, and he's trying to sleep, but Chucky's making this cat sound that he recorded while he murdered Andy's cat that day or whatever. Because Andy doesn't want to play with Chucky. He didn't like what Chucky did. So that's creepy, right? But then they go off with other things. See that it starts to get goofy. Okay, that's where my problem is. So the first half of the movie is okay. It's good. It's getting creepy. Like you see where they're kind of trying to go with it, but then they lose it because then they go totally goofy, goofball. They go goofball shit. Like Chucky's not cursing. Chucky's not scary. Chucky's controlling Ubers. And I know he's electronic and all that shit. I know, but it's not scary. It's he's not scary like he was. He's putting it was funny. He put the guy's face on his on Andy's mantle. It was funny, Chucky. And Chucky, look at this picture. I mean, it doesn't look to like scary. It didn't look scary. What he was saying was scary. Like what he says is scary. See, we won't compare this movie to the original. I won't, but I will say that Chucky, what he says is more scary than what he is. He's obviously just a doll, but what he says and what he does, that's what makes him scary. But it's mostly what he says. And in this movie, he does say some creepy shit, but they leave it and they go off and done to La La Land, where it's like, okay, he's controlling at the end, he's controlling all these fucking robots, and toys, and all this shit, and it's like, oh, come the fuck on, like would this really happen? Like, and if it did happen, what I wanted to, like, who gives a fuck? It's like. You couldn't even make this up in a dream, Like this would not even be one of my dreams. I wouldn't even want to be in that dream. I would definitely want to wake up. Uh, yeah. So what else could I point out before we go through try to go through this fucking plot? I mean, I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. What I didn't like was as well. I didn't appreciate how um Chucky with Andy and the friends. Andy just sitting on the stoop, and the friends like, oh, that's a cool doll, and then they'll suddenly become best friends. Like I was expecting the friends to bully Mr. Andy Barkley, if that's his name, Barkley. But anyways, Andy, I expected them to bully him, but they didn't bully him. They were just like, wow, that's the coolest doll I've ever seen, and they were just like, look at this fucking doll. You know what I'm saying? And all right. So the writing was shit, guys. But I will point out that they had a scene in this movie, a couple of scenes that were entertaining or were interesting in a way. Sorry guys, it slipped my mind. If we do the plot, I will point it out. There was one scene that was really memorable with Chucky, but we'll get to that. But let's skip to the plot. So, anyways, this fucking movie. I believe I rented this movie. Oh man, yeah, I rented it. Yeah, unfortunately, I rented this fucking thing. And that's it. Just watched it once and never watched it again. So no interest to do it. I'm sorry, I'm laughing so much. I'm just hysterical watching, seeing these pictures and my mind going to these scenes. All right, so anyways, the plot is this. This is what I wanted to say as well. This is how the movie starts, guys. That there's this factory worker, and what he does is he alters one of these dolls, these buddy dolls, excuse me. And it's a high tech doll. It's supposed to control a lot of technical shit in your house and around these days. And what it is, it's like a remote control, but a doll. But anyways, what he does, for some unexplained reason, they never explain the reason throughout the movie. They never give you a hint or even a slight inclination to why this guy alters the chip in one of these dolls and makes it crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or makes it to into a psychopath. And then he what he does is he does that, he sends it off and he just kills himself. Like he jumps out of a building onto a car. Like, okay, if you want to do something so secretly, why would you make a spectacular death of yourself, right after doing that? Wouldn't they check the dolls this motherfucker was working on? Like, wouldn't they check his desk and check his computer and say, oh shit, like he's programming this motherfucker to do murder? See, just the opening. When I'm watching this, I'm fucking disappointed. Right off rip. Okay, all right. This rant has to be cleared up. We have to hurry this. So I could do it all night on this fucking rant, this movie. Because I'm a big Child's Play fan, guys. I grew up on the originals. Don't fuck with me. And come at me in the comments. Come at me in the comments. I don't mind it. I love it. I want it. I've lived for it. I breathe for it. Come at me in the comments and explain to me. I'm a Child's Play fan. This is a disrespect to me. Fuck out of here. One scene in this movie had respect. Fucking throwbacks. No throwbacks. I don't even care about throwbacks. Who wants to live in the past? Fucking A. I'm over the past. Anyways, get over the past, Chucky. So Chucky here moves to the future, futuristic. And anyways, so he goes to Andy. Andy and his mother, of course, the story it goes, his mother can't afford the fucking doll. She threatens a coworker with blackmail of a sexual nature. Okay, guys? Which is unnecessary to get the doll. She gets the doll. She brings it to Mr. Andy. Andy is very fucking ungrateful. Okay? He's a single mother, ungrateful about the doll. The doll's not working. Well, she told him, listen, I got this doll at a discount. It's brought back. It don't work. Maybe you can fix it. We appreciate what your mother did for you, but he doesn't. But he kind of does. Then the doll starts to work properly, guys. And then he starts to spend a little more time with the doll. And then he realizes that the doll has a name, and the doll has kind of a little bit of a personality. Yeah, it's a little different, and it's talking different, it's acting different. And Andy's just moved into this new area, so he's lonely, and he just have his mother. So this is perfect for Andy. It's starting to really work out. And Andy has a pet cat and everything, and that's all everything's going great so far, until this boyfriend guy that the mother has comes into the equation, and he starts basically he's an abusive individual, and he abuses Andy and the mother, and Mr. Chucky the doll sees this, and he overhears Andy saying, "I wish this or I wish that would happen." Bad things, Andy's saying. And then one day Andy's cat strikes Andy, drawing blood, and Andy's like, ow, and is in pain. And Andy's like, man, I says something nasty to the cat, something threatening, because who doesn't? I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. He says something that triggers Chucky. So, so Chucky, he what he does the next day when everybody's gone, he kills the cat, and then Andy comes home and finds the cat dead and asks Chucky. It's a good performance by the kid. He asks Chucky why he did it, and he's really upset. I get it, and he's got to get rid of the cat. So it's cool because he covers up for Chucky the doll. So that's what I like. That he starts to like Chucky more than the animal. So he covers up for Chucky. But that night, something happens where he pisses off Chucky because he berates him on what he did. And then that night, Chucky does the scene I told you about, guys. He does the meowing in the corner. And they showed that briefly in the trailer, but I didn't get it. And then it's just a very, very creepy thing. And after that's done, Chucky starts to do more of this. He starts to help Andy in ways that Andy doesn't realize. He's saying things that are making Chucky act on to help Andy, but they're really hurting Andy. And hurting other people. So what he does, the boyfriend, this guy, he's killed him as well because Andy says, I wish he was gone or whatever, and what do you know? Just like the cat, Chucky's gonna be a best friend to the end here and take care of business. I mean, uh, do you want a friend like that? No, you don't want a friend like that in a way. I mean, he's involving Andy in things that Andy doesn't want to be involved in, so that's the problem. But anyways, he kills the boyfriend. Somehow it's a lot to kill him. You know, it's just a lot. Like to get in his car, to follow him home, then to wait till he puts up Christmas lights. Guys, I don't know why this is taking place during Christmas, this Child's Play. Excuse me. I guess the original one did, so they're doing it during. I don't fucking care. It should not be taking place during Christmas. Shit. Coal in your stocking for this shit. And then he kills him in a lawnmower. And they try to say, "Oh, it's a gruesome kill," or "It's fucking amazing," and then he puts his face like Leatherface. That's what I wanted to mention, the Leatherface part. I've skipped over that, guys. It's a detail in the movie, but you're watching Leatherface, and you just see that part, and so that's why he puts the face on. Anyways, it's fucking biting off other movies. My stomach is hurting. My head is hurting. Fuck this rant. Fuck this movie. Fuck you, Chucky. Uh, I'll show his ass. I'll show Chucky a real kill. Little dumbass. Alright. Where was I? Yeah, murder. So this murder. Chucky. And then Andy. And then Andy goes with his mommy. And then he tells his mommy what Chucky's been doing. And then Chucky don't like that shit. Chucky's like, you fuck, I told you not to tell anybody. It was our little secret. So Chucky, when Andy tells his mother, I'm so disinterested at this fucking part, this point. He tells his mother at this fucking toy store where there's all these fucking cool toys. They're all sweet, cool, and they're all bears that look like Chucky with fur. And Chucky overtakes all these motherfuckers, and so he's got an army. And I didn't mention this cop, did I? I mean, I didn't mention any of these fucking other characters, did I? Because all we care about in this movie is Chucky, Charles Lee Ray. All we care about is the Chucky doll. You know what I mean? And they just fail us. They try to give us all these other fucking characters with side shit stories we don't give a shit about. We want them to be there to get killed, but just make it happen, you know? But they don't make it happen, guys. They just fucking let you down. So, yeah, where are they at? They're at Kmart. That's where they're fucking at. The Kmart closed down about. But no, they're still selling Buddy dolls, apparently. So, anyways, we're getting to the end of this shit, as you see here. And then they're Kmart, and they're fucking running around from Chucky. So anyways, in the end of this warehouse, and the mother confronts Chucky. There's a big fight. Andy comes to save the day. Of course, you see Andy here. Andy's going to do his thing. He's going to finish Mr. Chuckster with a fucking heart stab, with a stab to the heart, you know, and with a nice little friend to the end thing, you know what I mean? It's over, friend. You're never my friend type fuck shit. Does it? Doom. It's the doom blow. It's over. Chucky is dead. The mother and son walk out victorious, and there is no more Child's Play. Thank goodness. No, because they flashed at the end to a row of Chucky faces, and one of them is there, and it looks like he blinks or whatever. You know, really original ending. And we can't wait for the sequel. Oh no, we can wait, guys, because we just got into a mini series on Sci-Fi, which is free if you have cable TV or whatever. You know, you can watch that shit free. It's probably way better than this. I haven't seen it. Maybe that'll be another fucking rant review. This is so long. This is so long. So unnecessary. But I could fucking rant on it. It deserves it. Everything it deserves. This movie, look at this shit. You looking at this, guys? Okay. That's enough. So that's the end of the movie, and we wrap it up. So I don't know who directed this piece of shit. I don't know who the effects crew was. I don't know. I don't care. Is there anyone I want to give props to in this movie? Maybe the child. He did okay. We won't see him in anything though, so he didn't do too good. But Child's Play, yes, you know, a massive fucking rant. Thank you guys for listening. Take care. Stay away from this movie. Don't buy any Buddy or Good Guy dolls. That's for sure. All right. Peace.